MSNBC analysts suggest black voters shifting to Trump because of, ready, disinformation. You know that's an insult. I'll give you my view on how I read that. Mara Gray of New York Times suggested on MSNBC's Morning Joe that's noting that black men may be attracted to Trumpism more than black women, and that this mirrors trends seen in white voters. Gay highlighted, not that she's gay, it's just the last name is Gay. Gay highlighted that black voters might feel left behind and taken for granted by the Biden campaign as their daily economic struggles are not addressing despite the campaign's positive economic messaging stating black Americans in their daily lives aren't always feeling that. Political commentator Bakari Sellers dismissed polls indicating Trump's rising support among black voters, asserting Donald Trump is not going to get 20% of black vote. He's simply not, countering the notion of a significant shift. Go ahead and watch this.
I actually think that this is a phenomenon that needs to be better understood. I think that the behavior of black voters, even in just polls right now, is quite interesting. It's something I'm trying to get at in my reporting. I think the answer is that we don't know everything yet, and we'll certainly find out more in November. You know, my instinct is, first of all, that people forget. I mean, black voters are just like all voters. They, too, can be susceptible to disinformation campaigns. Black men, especially, because there is a divide, by the way, in this polling in behavior between black men and women and, you know, their interest in Donald Trump. Black men may be attracted to Trumpism more than black women. That would be consistent with white voters as well. So that's another parallel to look at. I do think that this idea that there's going to be a wave of black voters voting for Donald Trump is highly unlikely because black Americans know that Donald Trump is a racist. And so I think that's something they understand implicitly. At the same time, I also wonder if the Biden campaign's consistent messaging overall about the strength of the economy, especially, and how good things are, while that may be true on Wall Street and the indicators the economy looks strong, black Americans in their daily lives aren't always feeling that. So when they don't hear their concerns and their lives and their interests represented in that campaign, it does, I believe, just talking to voters, it really does trigger this sense that they are being left behind, that they are being taken for granted. And I think the Biden campaign and Democrats in general are going to have to work harder this time to get that base to turn out.
Yeah. Can I go first on this one?
Please do.
This lovely lady is completely out of touch with the reality of what's happening right now.
She's on MSNBC.
You know, we can make the joke, Trump loves the blacks. I love the blacks. I also love the whites. I love the poorly educated. He loves them all.
Everybody.
Love the blacks. But I'm going to make a prediction. Trump is going to get more percentage of the black vote than any president has done in the last 20 to possibly 50 years. Mark that right now. We're starting to see the chipping away of support for Biden. Whether it's blacks, whether it's Hispanics, whether it's the working class, whether it's young people. And all it takes is, 10,000 people here, a couple thousand people here in 6 swing states. We all know that. Where she is somewhat right is on black women. Black women are not going in Trump's favor. But the black homies, the dudes, the fellas, the men, overwhelmingly are starting to support Trump. Now, is he going to get of the majority of the vote? No. But all he needs to take it is from 10 to 15 to 20. That's it. Do you think that's possible? I do. I actually think Trump will get more votes than any Republican in 2024. And then what will happen is in 2028, when Trump is likely no longer the nominee, it will go back to reality when a different Republican comes in there. But I think Trump is going to get a large percentage of the black vote, especially men.
And just really fast, why would you say that he's definitely not going to get any of the black female votes? Like, what do you think is it?
Large percentage-wise.
Yeah, I'm saying, I'm just curious to why
I think men identify with Trump more than women. I think, the biggest issue with the Democrats, Biden, is abortion, women's rights. Look at all the data out there. But, no group is a monolith. The blacks vote this way. The whites vote this way. The Jews do this. The Catholics do that. We're all individuals here. So she's lumping the blacks. This is what black people do. No, that's identity politics. It's actually bullshit. It's exactly what MLK talked about against being. So people are going to vote for their best self-interest, and that's totally okay.
Yeah, and I just think, I mean, I don't know what, because obviously, look at the channel she's on. She's a talking head for MSNBC. She's obviously hasn't been seeing what's happening all over the country. I don't know. You remember the rally this guy had in New York? How many minorities were going absolutely berserk for Donald Trump? I mean, bro, everything from economic policies to opportunities to criminal justice reform to cultural, social issues, everything that's happening, bro, she's completely delusional. And I can believe it because it's the channel that we're on, but they're still playing the Donald Trump is racist, Hitler, all that shit.
Yeah.
And I think people are just tired of it because the truth has been exposed, bro. We've had 4 years of the actual racist dude, because look at Joe Biden's history and look at all the shit that's coming out of his mouth. He's the guy. That's the racist guy, but you're never going to hear any of that shit from him.
You know, it's funny, is words talk, numbers scream. And the first thing is this chick should change her name to Cleopatra because she is the queen of denial. She is the queen of denial. Yeah. She is up here. She is showing you the more domesticated strain of Trump derangement system. She is living in denial of real stats. Yeah. It's not disinformation. It's disinflation. Yeah. Is the problem.
Damn,
it's damn inflation is the problem. Because if you look at the numbers, and let's split it up. You know, let's go black women, Trump is up. Black men, Trump is up significantly. Black people over 40, he's up significantly. Black younger people, not as much, just a tick. So, but you look at it overall, and he's moved. And you've seen people that look at the aggregate charting when all of those people were polled. And we've seen polls on here that even 2 weeks ago we had, where you had, all the CNN person, did was manage to hold their voice from saying, holy crap, when they were talking about the change from one election to the other. Oh, he was like 6% over here, and now it's like 12% over here. Let me tell you, in a razor-thin election, you can't lose 1% of anything you had last time. This was it here. We won't look through it again, but this lady was on flip out. Are you kidding me?
She couldn't believe it. Yeah, I remember this.
So forget about it. Let's say it's not 22. Let's say it's only 15. That still is 50% more.
Is this the older one?
No, this is the one that was just this is just
22. But Rob, do me a favor while he's talking. Look at what happened in 2016 and 2012 and in 2008. I mean, Obama took 95% of the black vote.
Of course.
So we get that. So look at the history of the Republican percentage of black vote. Yeah. I think Trump, again, is going to get so much higher than it's maybe since Bush in 2000. I don't know. Check the numbers on that. Tom, you're super tight with the black community. Continue. Go ahead,
Tom.
I'm super tight with the numbers, and the numbers are saying, if let's say you don't believe the 22, let's haircut it back all the way to 15%. That would mean from 9 to 15 is 50% more African American votes are coming to Trump than they were before, and I think it can probably be double because the numbers are there. But like I say, you said one thing that was correct, Adam. It's the adult black males have moved significantly. Yeah. Adult black females, not as much.
Look at that number right there.
But the black adults have moved a lot.
Got it.
Thank you,
Let's
Tom.
look at that, Tom.
Look at
that. 1932. Black support for Republican presidential candidates, 77%.
In the
30s.
What happened from 32 to 36? That's the
that would have been
Great Depression,
FDR. That would have been, yes, FDR.
So
exactly.
so black voters used to be full-on Republicans, drops to 28, hovers between 23 to 39 and 56. Then you got Barry Goldwater, 1960.
Goldwater ruined it.
Destroys it, goes from 32% to 6%.
Yeah.
15, 13, 17, 14, 9, 11, 10, 12, 9, 11, 4, 6, 8, 12. If he gets 18, it'll be the highest ever since Goldwater.
Well, what's the highest number since Goldwater that we've seen?
17, 76.
That's what, in 76? Who was in 76? That's Jimmy Carter?
No.
That was Gerald Ford. Gerald Ford got the
Jimmy
17%.
Carter was 76.
Yeah, no.
Carter won in 76.
GOP,
yeah, correct. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Carter won, but that's Gerald Ford.
But what he's saying is Carter is the similar case study of Joe Biden, which is helping the other side to get a lot of the African-American.
Look at Trump's numbers specifically. 2016, he got what percentage? Is that 8%?
8 or 9?
8%.
Yeah.
2020, he got 12%.
50% more.
Okay, 50% more. So if he just does 50% more now and he's at 15 to 18%, that's double than what he did in 2016. That's all that matters here. is that Trump is increasing double from what 2016
Let's go to one. By the way, can you pull up the Assyrian support for Republican presidential candidates?
Huge vote. You got to get that vote. You got to get the Assyrian vote.
Can we see that chart, Rob? Can you find
3
that
families,
Three
2
people. It's Vinny.
Pat, we're almost out of here. While we're on politics, can we give one more thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Over the past couple of weeks, did some moving. Found something in a garage. It was a box of stuff that my grandmother had. And had a ticket for the Gibson game, Gibson home run.
Kirk Gibson?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she had operated, because there were only a few schools and a few fire stations way back when, Woodland Hills, California. She actually operated as a polling place out of her garage because she had a floral shop in her garage, and she had a polling place. And so there's a few things that were kept there. And I found this box of stuff, and I found some political memorabilia. Used to be campaign buttons that people would wear, you know, I'm with Ike and things like this. And this is one from 1972, Dick Nixon versus George McGovern. And this is the one.
Lick Dick in 1972.
And it is, can we have it? Can we have close? Can you give me a close one here?
It says Lick Dick in
Lick
72.
Dick in 1972.
Tom, this is what you want associated
This
with
is
you
from
your
the
face right now?
Democrats. This is the
Democrats are
Democrats
disgusting.
because they called him Dick
Unbelievable.
Nixon, and back in
Perverts.
72, well, they're really going to lick him used to be a phrase for your team's going to win, and it was not negative. But now
I'm
you
disgusted.
look back, I am disgusted. With the
Tom,
Democrat
hold that
Party.
closer to your face so they
put
can
over
see
here,
it
Tom.
on the screen.
Just hold it up
I'm
here.
disgusted
Tom.
with the
But
Democrats.
it's kind of crazy. So you know what? Politics has always been
I
crazy.
never thought the phrase lick dick would have been used by you on this
Especially
podcast.
His
but
grandmother had this. His Nana. Your
listen,
Nana. God rest her
I don't
soul.
understand.
This is 50 years
Unbelievable.
old.
That's
Tom,
Tom,
I don't
that's
want to hear what you were doing
disgusting.
50 years ago, Tom.
well, at
That's
least
ridiculous.
you did it at the end where parents. This is the earmuffs. Last 30 minutes.
earmuffs.
All the earmuffs. One of my favorite holidays of the year is around the corner, 4th of July. And we've been working on this merch drop for a while. A lot of you have been asking about, Pat, I want a USA flag. I want an American flag. I want something with Valuetainment that's the American flag to represent for 4th of July. And at the same time, I want there to say Future Looks Bright. I want it to be VT gear. Can we get some? So today, we're giving it to you to purchase. So you can wear this gear during 4th of July, which is, a week and a half away. So if you order, these are limited supplies. So let me tell you what we got here. We got this Valuetainment hat with the American flag and Future Looks Bright on the side, which is here for you to order. We got this other one, the navy blue with the red Valuetainment logo, Future Looks Bright, and American flag on the side. And this is so far right now Vinny's favorite. This is Chris's favorite, and this is Tom's favorite. For golfers, Tom likes this one. But this one right here says USA. This is, I think it's a USA for those who love America, flag on the side. Future Looks Bright here. And then we got these shirts here as well. Okay, if you look at the screen there with the material, you got to feel the material, incredible material. Valuetainment with the U.S. flag. If you're somebody that loves America, and you love Valuetainment, you love the representation that we have on what we talk about, and you want to walk around, because nowadays people are stopping each other. People are stopping each other, say, you're a Valuetainer, I'm also a Valuetainer, I watch this, I watch that. And you're kind of finding, it's almost like you know what it's like? You know how back in the days, there were certain tattoos people had to be able to know you're also part of that community. I am as well. There's certain gangs and communities that had this for a long time. This is one way where you see somebody with a Valuetainment hat, you don't have to say anything to the other person. You know what they stand for, and they know what you stand for. And it's a very unique connection that takes place. And I get these DMs all the time, and Manex all the time, and messages all the time. So, limited supply. The last time we did the green hat, people are like, oh, it's not going to sell out, sold out within 90 minutes. This is limited supply. So go place your order. That's the QR code, VTmerch.com. Again, go to VTmerch.com, place your order for 4th of July gear. Now, anybody places an order over 300, I think we have 10 more seats left to be with us to watch the debate on June 27th. So place an order over 300. You'll be invited to be with us and a friend at our club, 5990 Live Cigars, conversations, all that stuff. We'll watch a debate June 27th. I think it's going to be from 8:30 to like 11 o'clock at night. We'll be together.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.